Today we are diving into a crucial aspect of relationships, expressing emotions. Navigating the emotional landscape can be very challenging, but fear not, I've got you covered as I've compiled practical tips backed by some official research findings to help you communicate effectively. Let's get started. Hello, DORACIOUS fam. Welcome back. I hope you had a great week. How do you express your feelings in a relationship? Number one, understand emotions. Understanding your emotion is key. According to a study by Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett, recognizing and labeling your feelings can lead to better emotional well-being. Take a moment to reflect on what you're feeling and why. This self-awareness is the foundation of healthy emotional expression in any relationship. Understanding your own emotions involves self-awareness and introspection. And you can do so by identifying feelings, as I mentioned earlier. Acknowledging specific emotions is the first step. Also, consider what events, situations, or interactions might have triggered your emotions. Understanding the root cause helps you gain insight into your reactions. Pay attention to physical sensations associated with your emotions. Write down your thoughts and feelings in a journal. This can help you process emotions, track patterns, and identify recurring themes in your emotional experiences. Engage in mindfulness or meditation to stay present and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Talk to trusted friends, families, or therapists about your emotions if you have to. External perspectives sometimes can provide valuable insights and help you see things from different angles. Also, reflect on past experiences and how they may influence your current emotional responses. Understanding your history can shed light on recurring patterns. Learn emotional intelligence. This is very vital in this time and age, as it will help you recognize and understand as well as manage your emotions effectively. Ask yourself probing questions about your feelings, like, why do I feel this way? What are my expectations? And are they realistic? Self-questioning can deepen your understanding. Remember that understanding your emotion is an ongoing process, so be patient with yourself and don't hesitate to seek support from a professional if you have to. Number two, active listening. Communication is a two-way street. Give your partner your full attention, show empathy, and validate their feelings. This creates a safe space for open dialogue. Being an active listener in a relationship is crucial. It will help you understand your partner, it will foster open communication, and it will build a strong connection between you two. You can practice active listening in a relationship by giving your full attention. I spoke about this in my earlier video, so if you haven't seen it, please go watch. Use nonverbal cues. Avoid interrupting your partner when they are expressing themselves. Allow them to fully offer their perspective. Repeat or paraphrase what your partner has said to ensure you've understood them correctly. Ask open-ended questions. You know why? This allows for a deeper exploration of their thoughts and feelings. Acknowledge and validate your partner's emotions. Validate their feelings if you may not fully agree with them or their point of view. Give your partner the space to express themselves without the fear of criticism. And be patient and offer supportive feedback. Demonstrate that you understand not only the content of what your partner is saying, but also the emotions behind their words. This deepens your connection and builds trust. I spoke extensively last week on active listening. So if you are yet to see that video, I'm dropping the link below. Go watch it. Be open to their perspective and remember that active listening is an ongoing practice that contributes to a healthy and communicative relationship. Number three, choose the right time and place. Timing matters. It matters a lot. A research by Gottman Institute suggests that Selecting the appropriate time and setting for emotional discussion can significantly impact the outcome. And I totally agree with the research outcome. Avoid discussing sensitive topics in the heat of the moment and opt for a quiet, comfortable space. How do you then express your feelings? Choose the right words. Be honest and authentic. Share your genuine emotions. Authenticity fosters trust and deepens the emotional connection between partners. Consider your partner's perspective. Use the right tone. Pick an appropriate setting. Avoid blame and accusations. This encourages a collaborative approach to problem solving. When then should you express your feelings? Do so when the both of you are calm and can approach the conversation with a clear mind. Avoid public settings. Choose a time when your partner can listen. Express your feelings when the issue is relevant rather than letting emotions accumulate. Remember that every relationship is unique and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. Gauge your partner's receptiveness and choose a time and method that aligns with both of your communication styles. Number 4, use I statements. Expressing emotions is about sharing your feelings, not pointing fingers. Utilize I statements to convey your emotions without blaming your partner. This technique, endorsed by Dr. Marshall Rosenberg, promotes personal responsibility and fosters a constructive communication. Utilizing I statement is a communication technique. It helps to express your feelings in a way that takes responsibility for your emotions without placing blame on your partner. But you've got to use it effectively, First, clearly identify the emotions you are feeling. For example, I feel frustrated, I feel hurt, or I feel overwhelmed. And afterward, be specific about the situation. For instance, I felt frustrated when the plans changed last minute. Formulate your expressions using I statements rather than you statements. Instead of saying, you always forget our plans, say, I feel disappointed when plans change unexpectedly. Avoid accusations. Instead of saying, you never listen to me, say, I feel unheard when I'm interrupted during our conversations. Use positive language. For instance, instead of saying, I feel ignored when you're on your phone all the time, say, I would appreciate more quality time together. Be calm and assertive. Avoid using an accusatory or aggressive tone which can escalate tensions. I statements promote open communication and reduce defensiveness. They help create an environment where both partners can express themselves without feeling attacked. Number 5, practice emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is a vital skill in any relationship. A psychologist, Dr. Daniel Goleman, highlights that taking a moment to calm yourself during intense emotions prevents escalation. Deep breathing or a brief break can make a significant difference in how you express yourself. Practicing emotional regulation is essential in expressing your feelings effectively in any relationship. Let me share a few tips on how to incorporate emotional regulation into your communication. As I mentioned earlier, recognize your emotions. If you feel intense emotions, pause before expressing them. That way, you're giving yourself a moment to calm down and collect your thoughts. Take a deep breath. Replace negative or overwhelming thoughts with positive affirmations. Remind yourself that you can handle the situation and constructively express your feelings. Understand the specific situations or behaviors that trigger intense emotions. Consider the situation from your partner's perspective. If you do this, it can provide a more balanced view and help regulate emotions by reducing the intensity of negative feelings. You can also practice mindfulness. Express your feelings calmly. Establish healthy boundaries to prevent overwhelming emotional situations. If the conversation becomes too heated, consider taking a temporal break to cool off. Agree on a signal or safe word that indicates the need for a timeout. learn from past experiences, and assess how you've successfully regulated your emotions in similar situations and apply those strategies in the present. Your ability to regulate your emotions will create a space for more thoughtful and constructive expression of your feelings, leading to a healthier dynamic in your relationship. Number 6, be specific and clear. Ambiguity can lead to misunderstandings. Being specific and clear when expressing your emotions help your partner understand your perspective. Use concrete examples to illustrate your feelings. Let's say your partner often forgets to inform you about changes in plan, and this has been frustrating to you. You don't approach them saying, "You never keep me in the loop about your plans. It's annoying." Instead, say something like this: "I felt frustrated yesterday when I learned about the change in our plans at the last minute. Specifically, when we agreed to meet at 9 p.m. and the plans were shifted without prior notice, it made me feel a bit disregarded, and I would appreciate it if we could discuss and plan our time together more considerately in the future. Can we find a way to communicate changes earlier?" By being specific about the situation, expressing the related emotions, and suggesting a clear course of action, the communications become more effective and provide a constructive framework for addressing the issue. Number 7, seek solutions together. Relationships are a partnership. When discussing challenging emotions, focus on finding solutions together. The importance of collaboration in overcoming obstacles and strengthening the bond between partners cannot be overemphasized. Seeking solutions together is a constructive way to express your feelings in a relationship. Begin by clearly communicating what you're experiencing and why it matters to you. Then invite your partner to share their perspective and feelings on the matter. Actively listen to your partner's thoughts and feelings and find common ground by identifying shared goals or outcomes. Discuss what you both want to achieve in the relationship and regarding the specific issue at hand. This will help you both recognize and acknowledge any differences in perspective. Collaboratively generate potential solutions to issue. Evaluate the pros and cons of each proposed solution. Prioritize the solution that seem most feasible and mutually beneficial. And be willing to negotiate and compromise. Avoid rigid positions and be open to adjustment. When you approach problem solving collaboratively, you not only express your feelings but also actively involve your partner in finding solutions. And that shows a sense of teamwork and shared responsibility in the relationship. As I draw the curtains for today's conversation, I want you to know that expressing your emotions in a relationship is an ongoing process. It requires practice, patience, and commitment to open communication. I hope these practical tips will help you navigate the emotional terrain. My baby was sleeping all along, but she just woke up and I have to attend to her. But you know, I like to always leave you with a scripture. So today, ponder on Proverbs chapter 29, verse 11. It says that fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till I come your way again next week, stay blessed.